know better than Tech Bro Shook. Can't hurt cause you ain't read no books. Stay woke, take notes. Joke, don't look shattered like broke glass. I'ma shine till they blind, pour the blinds out.
Bit of a sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Chicago Bears. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. They'll start on the ground here on first down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
But Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. In motion, the tight end. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
You look at this Bears defense.
They enter play ranked 8th against the run in the NFL.
I jotted down in my notes in prepping for this game that this is definitely an area we got to keep an eye on because you're talking about where they rank in stopping the run. But how about what they're facing? This unit loves to run the football, and they rank highly in the league in getting it done.
Yeah, power against power. Something's got to give. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
He's got the tight end. That's Gadsden.
Touchdown, LA!
Oronde Gadsden.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Chargers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker.
And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off.
And bulldozing his way through.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
Looking to put a drive together.
Throwing is Williams.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Odafe Oweh showing off the pass rush skills. And they get to him right out of the gate. And this defense hoping that that's a harbinger of things to come.
Yeah, when you give up a first-play sack, makes your quarterback wonder if he's going to go to the sidelines and talk with his offense coordinator and head coach and say, hey, you know that game plan we put together? We might need to change it right now.
Give him 6 on the run. It'll be 3rd down now with still a long way to go to get to the first down marker.
Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured bear on the field.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Hands it off out of the gun.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives them a 1st and 10.
But partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. It was Teron Johnson that time who had that play covered from the start.
You look at this Bears defense.
They enter play ranked 8th against the run in the NFL.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
They need 12 here. It's 3rd down.
He'll look to throw.
That's complete. Lambert Smith.
And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
If it was sunny, maybe this is a field goal attempt. But with the rain, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Back to throw again. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And that will force a turnover on downs. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll work this one out to about the 38. Just when you want a 1st down run, call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And they can't bring him down. He's still on his feet. Javonte Williams.
Touchdown, Chicago!
Javonte Williams, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go-around.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Garrett Williams. And the Bears are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. Seven, our score after 1. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. And not a whole lot of room to operate there in the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
91 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
My man.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
To the air, Williams.
Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that will bring up 3rd and 1.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. This just a 24-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you. An interception's the result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond. Not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll look to throw here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Charger first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. The tight end in motion right. Here we go on 2nd and 12. On a heavy rush, and down he goes. Ryan Brzee fought in and got him down.
4 yards. And it's 3rd down.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go.
He'll drop to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a first carry here for the running back. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Williams. He'll fire deep, looking for more. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chargers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is now 14-10. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Again, it's Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
It's now 3rd and 5.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one and set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you discouraged by how much you're down. But in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
That's good.
We got Hornet!
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
To throw, it's Williams. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. And fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
This is their fullback. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down.
Third and inches, they just handed to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around and hand it to the big fella and let him get forward for a first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Here's Williams. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Deion Henry. And the Chargers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. So that was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Charger drive about to get going. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
They'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
On first down, hits Hampton. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Again, it's Hampton.
He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. Great job of tackling there to prevent the first down.
One of the toughest skills in football, open field tackling. A lot of times one-on-one against a shifty receiver. He got it done in a nice way that time.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and throw for it here.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. He's to the 15.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Keandre Lambert-Smith,
53 yards.
And the Chargers take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Extra point try now from Dicker.
It's good, and it's 21-10.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And the returner down to a knee. This will come out to the 35-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play. 3rd and 7 now. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
To throw, Williams. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 25 yards that time. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
To the air once more, Williams. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Williams.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
A hit as as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
What is it?
Williams. Well, Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. No gain on the play that time. So a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. And his kick is indeed good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27.
Up the middle, it's Hampton. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first.
3 plays and out. It's 4th down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
Here we go. What is up? Yes.
From the gun, here's Williams.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
2nd and 10.
What is up?
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Williams from the gun on 3rd down.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Odafe Oweh picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, and that will keep the lead at 8.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to run.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They'll work inside here, Hampton. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
They'll run again. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This would be a critical call.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're going to look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Back to throw. And this is going to be dropped. Oh, my gracious. There was no one in his area code, but he could not hang on to it.
Oh, man, late in the tight ball game, every play so critical, you feel like you've got to find a way to come up with that football. That was put in a great spot, but it just didn't want to stick in his hands. That's a big letdown.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
And the connection not there. Incomplete. Just 14 seconds down to the final couple of plays here. looks like he'll throw here.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to make it a two-score game. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too.
And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner, and one side a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner, the head coach is just telling his team, hey, we didn't play well enough to keep it close enough. We're that one possession down the stretch.